that he was going to, quote, shoot the school up, end quote. While this is a horrific sign of the times, we are heartbroken that this threat ever existed in one of our high schools. We're also grateful because this is the perfect example of the system working properly. After a student made that post, we were able to respond, and a tip was called into our partners at the FBI, who in turn notified the NYPD. Someone saw the post from the student and did what we ask all New Yorkers to do. If you see something, say something, but most importantly, do something, and that is what they did. Our heroic officers did an excellent job of immediately responding to the scene, working with the school staff and school safety agents to investigate the tip, find the student, and recover the gun. We're so grateful that this incident did not end tragically. We can only imagine what the families of this high school are going through right now. No family should be worried that if they send their child to school, they might not come home that day. We potentially saved the lives of a lot of students and staff today, and I don't want to imagine a world where we would be making a different announcement right now. To the parents at Cardozo High School, hug your kids tonight. To the students and staff at Cardozo, take care of yourselves and talk to someone if you need to speak about this incident. Don't bottle it up inside. I also want to mention another life saved today, the 16-year-old child who had the gun. Because if that 16-year-old had carried out this act, he either would have ended up dead or in jail for many years. This was a failure of a society that allowed a 16-year-old to get so close to shooting up a school and potentially killing classmates and teachers. So me standing here today and talking about what we have done to remove and recover 23,000 illegal guns off our streets since the start of this administration, it would be nothing to the parents if one gun in one young man's hands can do so much harm. That's why we keep talking about upstream solution. We must dam each river that feeds the sea of violence and involve our young people. We must also stop the flow of illegal guns along the iron pipeline. So I look forward to continuing to work with our federal partners to get the illegal guns off our streets. And as the mayor of the city, I will continue to call for common sense gun reform at the national level, and to work with every agency in every community to keep New York the safest big city in the nation. And finally, I want to thank those brave police officers who responded quickly and our federal partners who coordinated and made sure that the information was in the hands of our law enforcement agencies here on the ground. The system worked. This is what we asked for, and this is what coordination looked like, as well as all of our New York City public school partners who did the right thing on the ground. I want to turn it over now to the Police Commissioner of the City of New York, Commissioner Tisch.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon. As the mayor mentioned, I'm here to brief you on an incident that took place this morning at Benjamin Cardozo High School in Bayside, Queens. The information I'm about to provide is preliminary and it's subject to change. At 10:17 a.m., an Instagram user made a post that showed a photo of what appeared to be schoolwork on a desk and contained the caption, "TS GMT, bow to shoot the school up." We believe TS GMT to mean "this shit gets me tight." The FBI became aware of the post, and their National Threat Operations Center notified our 911 call center at approximately 11:33 a.m. The FBI agent provided account-specific information, including the Instagram account holder's username, date of birth, and the phone number associated with the account. They also provided a location based on the post's geotag, Benjamin Cardozo High School at 57-00223rd Street in Queens. Units from the 111 precinct first responded to the school at 11:45, where they met with the dean. With support from our intelligence division, NYPD school safety agents, and school personnel, our youth officers quickly identified the student who owned the Instagram account in question. The student was quickly removed from his classroom without incident and brought to an empty conference room. In that conference room, the officers then dialed the phone number associated with the Instagram account, at which point one of the subject's phones rang, further verifying the account belonged to the student in question. One of the student's parents was then contacted and consented to a search of the subject's belongings. Inside his backpack, officers recovered a black semi-automatic handgun, a 9mm Taurus GX4. The gun was loaded with 13 rounds in the magazine. Also found in the student's possession were 3 phones. One in his school-provided cell phone pouch, as well as 2 others. The student, a 16-year-old male in the 10th grade, was arrested at 12:36 p.m. and taken to the 111 precinct. We are currently withholding his identity because he is a minor, but we can say that he has no criminal history. Our Detective Bureau and our Intelligence Division personnel will continue to work with the FBI as this is an ongoing investigation. Benjamin Cardozo High School is not a scanning school, and our records indicate that there have been no gun-related offenses reported there in the past year. I will be honest. As a mother of 2 young school-aged boys, I am shaken. But as your police commissioner, I am resolute in ensuring that the NYPD does everything in our power to keep our children safe. I have a message for all parents today. While this incident is terrifying, it is an example of the law enforcement apparatus at the federal and local levels doing everything right. It is literally the system, our protocols, our training, and our processes working just as they should. Now we'll take some questions.
On-topic questions only. Do you have a possible motive of why we wanted to stay in the school?
As I said, the investigation is ongoing, and that's certainly something we're going to be looking at.
Any idea where?
How did you get to that?
Investigation is ongoing.
That was my question, but also, is it legal? Is it illegal weapon?
Ongoing.
Any other on-topic questions? Katie?
I am curious, do you know if there's any gang affiliation and who reported? Was it another student? I don't know if that was pretty good.
As I mentioned, we got the notification to our 911 call center from the FBI.
Oh, we don't know who reported it to the FBI.
I do not.
Sonia?
Does it seem like he was planning this alone, or might anyone else have not?
Unfortunately, I think the answer to most of these questions is going to be the same, which is this just happened, and this investigation is ongoing. When we have more to say, we will share.
Is there an early sense that this, we're talking today, this was going to happen, in fact it was going to happen?
We do not have any more information on that at this time, other than the post was made at 10:17, and the student was arrested by 12:36.
He was in school when he made the post.
We believe that he was in school when he made the post.
Have you had a chance to interview his parents and any information that you can relate from that?
The investigation is ongoing.
One last question. Yeah.
I know he had he was in possession of 3 phones, one was in a pouch. I guess, I mean, he was using at least one of the phones in school. I know we don't have no cell phone policy, but I guess that's put through.
One phone was found in the pouch, and 2 others were not in the pouch, but all 3 were on his person.
Hold on, Brian. Excuse everyone else, because everyone's not going to probably agree with my commentary. Looks has happened week after week after week. We had a shooting of a 31-year-old who voiced his concerns. We had a shooting of a Catholic school. We're seeing a 16-year-old with a handgun in a school and threatening to shoot the school up. We are screwing our children up. And we have to be honest what we are doing. We're sending them mixed messages. We're watching a high level of depression, suicidal thoughts. We're seeing them trying to figure out what is their right pathway. We could have been standing here making a different announcement. And that has to trouble all of us. And I've said this for over 2 years now. Our children are being radicalized. Our children are being taken from us. And we have to refocus our attention on them. And if we don't, we're going to be responding to these "we were lucky," or sometimes we're not going to be lucky. We saw what happened in that Catholic school where those babies were shot. It would have been unimaginable to have to stand here and say a 16-year-old shot up at high school. If you're a parent and if you're not concerned about what we're seeing unfold in our city, we have to question ourselves. What was a 16-year-old doing with a semi-automatic weapon or a weapon and indicating he was going to take the life of other students? That is coming from somewhere. And we have to recommit ourselves to saving these children. We're seeing it every day. Younger and younger are participating in these acts. This is a real wake-up call for our city and for our country. I just wanted to share that.
Who do you think is radicalizing this 16-year-old in particular? Do you have an idea of who might have radicalized him?
We now join CBS 2 News, already in progress.
Climate of hate that has no place in our city. Mamdani is now receiving security detail due to the threat, which is not typical for mayoral candidates.
This is probably one of the most dangerous times in American history, where we have our elected officials are under threats.
Political expert J.C. Polanco says the threat goes beyond physical violence.
There's a real danger to this. Not only are we going to lose elected officials and people with political ideas that are not popular with some folks, but then it's going to have a chilling effect on our politics and our democracy.
And Fistel is due back in court November 19th. The judge today also granted an order of protection. That means Fistel is not allowed to contact the assembly member in any way. Outside of the Queens County Criminal Courthouse in Kew Gardens, Jennifer Bisram, CBS News, New York.
You just heard Jennifer say mayoral candidates do not typically receive security detail unless there is a significant threat. Today, Mamdani's opponents in the mayor's race weighed in, saying there is no place for violence in this campaign.
And he has that police detail because we don't believe anyone should be the victim of violence, but we also believe that we owe a debt of gratitude to our police personnel, and we should show them some respect as they do their job.
But everybody should have freedom of movement. Everybody should have freedom to have rallies without having to have a thought that maybe some violent predator or predators are there to stifle their free speech.
Former Governor Andrew Cuomo declined to comment on the issue.
Now to some breaking news out of Queens. A student arrested for allegedly threatening to shoot up a school.
Alice Gaynor is live with the details for us. Alice, what have you learned?
Well, the mayor says that teenager, a 16-year-old male, was arrested this morning after posting something very concerning to social media, specifically Instagram. There was some sort of photo, and that teen allegedly posted something to the effect of going to shoot the school up. That is what set law enforcement into motion. This all happened this morning. The NYPD commissioner and the mayor said the teen was removed from his classroom without incident. The NYPD commissioner said the parent of that teen consented to a search, and inside that teen's backpack, they say a 9mm gun was found. It was loaded. It had 13 rounds. Benjamin Cardozo High School in Queens is a non-metal detector scanning school.
After a student made that post, we were able to respond, and a tip was called into our partners at the FBI, who in turn notified the NYPD. Someone saw the post from the student and did what we ask all New Yorkers to do. If you see something, say something, but most importantly, do something, and that is what they did.
And earlier today, we did speak with students outside of that school. Here's what they had to say.
I feel really surprised, and I feel really shocked too, and scared, because I feel like nobody should have to go through any concerns like this. I feel like we should all learn in a safe environment where we don't have to worry about being shot.
It makes me feel really uncomfortable, honestly, because for us being a no-scan school, that means that we are 100% safe. That never really happens for us to be a no-scan school. So for me to be hearing that, it's like, oh my God, like what if there was a school shooting?
And in an email that went out from the school, it said it has guidance counselors and other support staff available for students and parents as well. The mayor telling parents tonight, hug your kids. We are live outside of One Police Plaza. Alice Gaynor, CBS News, New York.
All right, Alice, thank you for that update. And now to some more breaking news. The NYPD making multiple arrests at an anti-ICE demonstration downtown. Chopper 2 was over the scene here just moments ago at 26 Federal Plaza, showing people being arrested and then waiting to board police buses. Public advocate Jamani Williams says he was one of those taken into police custody. He released a statement saying, in part, I faced arrest alongside dozens of New Yorkers in a non-violent civil disobedience to demand oversight of ICE's inhumane detention practices. We will stay on top of the story and bring you more information as we get it.
Authorities say a massive warehouse fire in Brooklyn destroyed part of the historic space overnight. The building was home to dozens of local artist studios. And while the flames are out, the focus is now shifted to what can be saved. John Diaz has more.
With smoke still in the air and water from the FDNY pouring from above, artists like Jennifer Syrie rushing Thursday to save whatever she could from inside her studio, packing her work inside her car.
You could lose everything any second, so I was ready to say goodbye to it, and I still am.
For the last 2 decades, she has created sculptures inside this historic Red Hook warehouse on Van Brunt Street, built in the 1800s and home to dozens of artist studios. But overnight, authorities say it caught fire. And like so many other creators desperate to collect their belongings, Syrie is worried the damage could shut down the whole building.
The lumber is very old, so and a lot of the support beams are shared.
Firefighters pumped water from the harbor to extinguish the fire, but for many artists, the water itself is now the threat.
Tons of water, so you never know where that water is going to go. I have things from maybe the past 10 years. It's possible they might not make it.
The fire comes just weeks before the annual Red Hook Open Studios art show. Now, dozens of artists and small business owners are left in limbo.
People losing their everything they worked on for years. It's horrible.
We started a GoFundMe page. We're looking to all of New York City to help us out. We forget about how artists and spaces like this contribute to the culture, the economy.
The property manager says the fire started on the 3rd floor, where carpenters have their shops set up.
The roofs collapsed on the 4th floor to the 3rd floor, and this building could be anywhere between 80 to 100 people a day in this building. And the fact that it happened at night, thank God for that.
Out of the hundreds of firefighters that showed up, we're told that 2 of them suffered minor injuries. They're being treated right now in a hospital. The fire may be out, but the loss is still sinking in. From Red Hook, Brooklyn, John Diaz, CBS News, New York.
And investigators are still trying to determine exactly what caused that fire.
An artillery shell was found in a hotel parking lot this morning in New Jersey. Police say the shell was discovered outside the Holiday Inn on Route 46 in Parsippany. Authorities ordered a partial evacuation of the hotel before safely removing the explosive. And after the bomb squad evaluated it, they determined it posed no threat to the public and removed it.
Coming up, from the river to the rooftops, the NYPD's elite harbor unit is on high alert for world leaders gathering in New York.
Very important people come down to the UN, and safety and security of the New York City waterways and everyone involved is first and foremost our main priority.
We take you on board for a rare look at their mission.
Plus, the federal government takes on Ticketmaster and Live Nation. Why the FTC says millions of fans have been ripped off.
And he's Suffolk's newest recruit, but this four-legged officer won't be chasing criminals. How Hamilton is bringing comfort where it's needed most. And Lonnie Quinn in our virtual studio with a look at the forecast. Lonnie.
Oh, it is just so pretty outside. I mean, this is one great looking day. You got the Tappan Zee Mario Como Bridge right there. We got Captain Chevrolet flying the First Alert chopper right by the window as well. And the temperatures have been gorgeous outside. I mean, look at all these readings. 70s, some 80s out there as well. In terms of how we see things, shaping up, well, there's this summer feel that's in place right now. You get it again tomorrow. There will be a front that comes through tomorrow, but no rain, and then cooler air for the weekend. But I want to talk more about that right after the break, so come on back.
Now to the latest on the suspension of Jimmy Kimmel's show on ABC.
President Trump says federal regulators should consider revoking broadcast licenses for networks that, quote, give me only bad publicity. Dick Brennan is in the studio now with more. Dick?
Jessica and Christine, ABC pulled the Jimmy Kimmel show indefinitely after Nexstar, the country's largest local broadcasting group, announced it would preempt the show for the foreseeable future. Sinclair Broadcasting followed. Now President Trump is suggesting pulling broadcast licenses.
Jimmy Kimmel stays! Trump must go!
Protesters in support of Jimmy Kimmel were outside ABC studios in Hudson Square, reacting to the controversy over comments Kimmel made Monday night.
We had some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
President Trump weighed in, dismissing debates about freedom of speech.
And he had very bad ratings, and they should have fired him a long time ago. So, you can call that free speech or not.
He was fired for lack of talent.
The president said federal regulators should consider revoking broadcast licenses for networks that give me only bad publicity. Yesterday, FCC Chairman Brendan Carr appeared to threaten broadcasters.
They have a license granted by us at the FCC, and that comes with it an obligation to operate in the public interest. I mean, look, we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
And today on CNBC, Carr seemed to reinforce the point about broadcast networks.
They want to keep access to those valuable airwaves. I've been clear, we're reinvigorating the FCC's enforcement of public interest.
On Capitol Hill, several Democratic lawmakers say they do see a threat to free speech.
When the head of the FCC is talking openly about taking away the broadcast license, then that is the government trying to exercise censorship.
CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson.
When a private employer takes action against a private employee for speech, that's not a First Amendment issue. That, generally speaking, is an employment-based issue.
Comedian Wanda Sykes, who was scheduled to appear as Kimmel's guest Wednesday, accused the Trump administration of ending free speech.
Hey, for those of you who pray, now's the time to do it. Love you, Jimmy.
No comment as of yet from Jimmy Kimmel. We should note that Nexstar decided to preempt Kimmel's show as it seeks FCC approval for a $6.2 billion merger with another media company, Tegna. Christine and Jessica.
Not the end of this story, for sure. Dick, thank you.
We have some breaking news happening in Somers now. There has been an accident involving a school bus, as you can see from these pictures here. Let's go to Dan Rice. He's in Chopper 2 with more information. Dan?
And Christine and Jessica, this happened on Old Croton Falls Road in Somers, just off of Route 202. Happened at about 4 o'clock this afternoon. They can see the front end of the car damaged heavily, the bus also sustaining damage. There were children on the bus. From what we're being told, there were 14 children and the bus driver taken to an area hospital, all with non-life-threatening injuries. Apparently the driver of the car not injured as a result of that crash, but you can see quite a bit of damage, a rather violent-looking crash anyway. But crews right now doing their investigation. You see the tow truck there getting ready to take that school bus off of the roadway there. Again, Old Croton Falls Road by Route 202 in Somers. Reporting live in Chopper 2, Dan Rice, CBS News, New York.
Dan, thank you. The NYPD is putting extra security measures in place ahead of next week's UN General Assembly. Officials stress there are no specific or credible threats at this time, but say they do remain on alert. Local and federal agencies will collaborate to keep New Yorkers and world leaders safe. Representatives from about 200 countries will begin arriving on Sunday.
Thousands of NYPD officers will secure routes, fortify protection for the President of the United States, support security at hotels where heads of state will be staying.
And as is the case every year, commuters are encouraged to use mass transit because of a lot of road closures.
The NYPD Harbor Unit in charge of keeping an eye on the water for potential threats. Alan Devlin rode along with them to see how.
The NYPD Harbor Unit spends weeks getting ready for the UN General Assembly to make sure everybody's safe. While most people are thinking about what's happening on the ground, for these teams, it's all eyes on the waterways.
Very important people come down to the UN, and safety and security of the New York City waterways and everyone involved is first and foremost our main priority.
From shore to shore, the NYPD Harbor Unit is dominance personified.
They are the best in the world. They are good at what they do.
And ahead of the incoming high-level week for the high-priority world leaders in town,
a lot of high visibility things going on.
The commanding officer of the Harbor Unit, Raul Maisonette, on high alert with his team.
I just want people in New York City to know that everyone's safe.
Out on the water, a show of maritime force.
Honestly, they're top-notch, they look good, and deterrence is our main goal.
Heavy weapons teams tail our NYPD boat, elite piloting skills paired with M4s and additional presence on the water for the next several weeks, strategically placed at sensitive guard points.
It'll be 2 to 4 officers with larger than usual weapons. Their main priority is to ensure the safety and security of the post that they're at.
They're a little scary looking, but I guess that's the point.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking to do something, I would be intimidated by these guys, too.
Yeah, I'm intimidated right now, and I'm not doing a darn thing.
And lurking in the water, mostly out of sight, the Harbor Unit scuba and dive team gearing up ahead of time, preparing for zero-vision dives in the East River, near and around the United Nations headquarters.
They'll dive it, make sure that nothing out of the ordinary is there. Everything that's supposed to be there is supposed to be there. When scuba is around, that is the utmost safest area that can be.
And moving forward,
For the next couple of weeks, we'll be doing stuff like this.
the best in the world have New York City waterways locked down.
No one has anything to worry about as long as we're around.
Alan Devlin, CBS News, New York.
It really is so impressive to watch all of these units gather together, get organized, and make sure that everything is secure and safe during the UN meetings.
And so much of what they do we don't see by design, but knowing that they're there makes us feel a lot better.
Certainly does.
Felt like summer outside today. It was really gorgeous. It felt like, oh yeah, I remember what this feels like.
Yeah, even Lonnie said that just minutes ago. It's one of those days, Lonnie, that you're like, winter's coming at some point, but I'm just going to sit back and enjoy this sunshine.
It's like a reward for, I don't know, whatever hard work you guys have been doing. It's just been gorgeous outside today. And this is a great looking picture. A shot I haven't really shown you before. This is all compliments of Earth Cam. Now this particular camera, sort of on the ground, looking up at the spire of the Empire State Building. And look at that. Let's try to find a cloud, right? I mean, there's nothing going on out there. It is just beautiful. Temperature right now is 82, but the air is so dry. 82 feels like 81. Great looking weather out there. What do you expect as we go into our day tomorrow, into the weekend? Well, let's talk about that. Here's my list, guys. It's a warm summer night, mild temps, maybe 66 in the city. Could be some localized fog out there. But there's a cold front that will be arriving on Friday. But with a cold front, this one does not bring water. There's no rain. It's dry frontal passage. In terms of cold air, not so much on Friday. I think Friday's a very warm day, but the cooler air lags behind the front. The front will pass through midday. Colder air sets up Friday night, and then you have a cool, crisp, but equally as pretty looking weekend out there. I mean, it's going to be great looking in terms of the skies, but you go from 84 tomorrow down to 72 on Saturday. There's that drop, feeling like fall out there. In terms of the skies, beautiful. We've had a couple little clouds clinging around the east end, but even those have cleared out. Everybody, gorgeous picture. Our next weather maker, it's not much of one, but it's this front right here. I anticipate seeing a few extra clouds on Friday at times, but it's a beautiful day and it's warm. Monday is going to be the beginning of fall. It's the fall equinox at 2:19. What does the forecast look like for Monday? I'll step this way, you guys look that way. 84 tomorrow, Saturday 72. There's that drop in temps. 73 Sunday, 74 on Monday, and that is the start of fall. After that, Tuesday, Wednesday, 80 degrees or above. Slight chance for some wet weather. We're going to watch that one closely, but there will be some more clouds out there. Whether that system that I'm watching comes to town or whether it stays offshore, outside of the area, wait and see on that. But there's a chance for Tuesday and Wednesday for a little bit of rain.
Okay.
Guys, it's all yours.
Okay, Lonnie, keep us posted. Thank you.
Coming up here at 5, a lifeline for seniors with special needs in Queens is shutting its doors. Why families say the closure puts their loved ones at risk.
And they're the largest Hispanic arts organization in America. How Ballet Hispanico is marking a milestone anniversary.